Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. We're going to start the lesson on chapter 1, identifying key ideas and details. Now, we're going to do some reading. It's important that we have to pay attention to certain elements right here. This is a non-fiction scientific journal. Now, many of you may find yourselves a little confused as to how those work, and basically how they work is the scientists, they following the scientific method, eventually once they have their findings, they write a journal. They basically write everything they found in their studies and make them available for people so they are aware of what is going on in the scientific community. The one in particular we're going to read is Our Brains Are Wired for Morality, Evolution, Development, and Neuroscience. Now let's talk about what this means. Brains, what is encased in our skulls, it says that our setup, according to the title, I'm sorry, we have a big truck passing by. Okay, I'll continue. There comes another one. I'm sorry. Well, at least we feel like we're in the classroom. So, our brains are wired or set up for morality. Morality is knowing the difference between good and bad, okay? Or what is right and what is wrong. Evolution, that is how we develop from the beginning of time to who we are now. It's the gradual, slow-paced changes that animals, plants, and people go through as time progresses. Development is growth. It's how it goes from being small to becoming big. Or in a story where the story goes from, let's say, the beginning where the character is still a young person to the end where he's an older person and has learned lessons. And finally, neuroscience. Neuroscience is, neuro means brain. It's the Latin word for brain. That's why if you've heard of neuroscience or neuropsychology or neurobiology, it's all related to science, but it's specifically about the brain, okay? So we're going to be reading pages from 10 to 12. I suggest, just to give you a bit of a mental image of what it is, search for the image March of Progress. You may know it is the one that starts with a chimpanzee, and it keeps going forward until you have the human. It goes through Neanderthals, Cro-Magnon, what was it? Homo erectus, all the way to Homo sapiens sapiens, which is what we are. A little bit of science class here. Now, to help you out, I'm going to read the first paragraph of the journal. At home, what I want you to do when you read it is to check to see if you find words such as this. When you read the whole thing, check to see if you see these words, which which we're going to study in the next class, and we're going to define. And I want you to underline or circle words that you find a little bit hard to understand, so you can look for them later. On the right side, we have my thoughts, and I want you to write there what comes to mind as you are reading. It's a little bit to help you better comprehend what's going on. Also, it helps for you to be it helps you to understand better if you think out loud. For example, if you are a little bit confused about a little bit about neuroscience, you can say like, well, neuro means brain in Latin, and science means the study of something. Therefore, this is the study of the brain. That's sort of out loud thinking that helps us rearrange our ideas a little bit so we can understand this. Like you have a mosaic or a you know what, a puzzle, and you're arranging the pieces so it's easier to make to create the picture in the puzzle. Let me read the first paragraph for you. Our brains are wired for morality, evolution, development, and neuroscience, by Gene Dicety and Jason N. Cowell, edited by Paul Klimker. How do we distinguish good from evil, right from wrong, just from unjust, and vice from virtue? An obvious answer is that we have learned to do so through socialization. That is, our behaviors were shaped from birth onward by our families, our preschools, and almost everything we contacted in our environment. Morality is an inner sense of rightness about our behavior and the behavior of others. How we feel, think, and act about concepts of good and bad are part of our morality. For example, hitting another person for any reason is seen as bad, while sharing something we like with another child who is sad is considered good. Morality is so deeply rooted in the fabric of our everyday lives that it seems hard to imagine a society without moral rules. Indeed, observations made by scientists who study different societies around the world have shown that, despite cultural and individual differences, all human beings have some sense of right and wrong. Now, this is heavy. This is a very interesting topic, and I want you to think about it, and I want you to analyze it, and I want you to go along with the idea of what it could mean to live in a society without morals. Now, I want to be clear. Morality is knowing the difference between right and wrong, but it's not the law. Look at it this way. You could be morally just by taking your cart to the little space in the supermarket, and you can be morally wrong by not taking it, but leaving it where it is, it's not illegal. Okay? So I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm Mr. Marty again. So yeah, I'm still me. So see ya. Bye-bye.